Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream, and I'm going to do your May the 18th spiritual principle of day in a meditation. If you need to reach me, feel free to do so at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. Okay, let's look at our meditation. The title of the meditation is Connecting to Our Conscience. We learn to listen to our conscience, that still small voice within that tells us if we're heading in the right direction. That comes from the Living Clean book, chapter 3, Spirituality is Practical. Spirituality is practical. Some of us might argue that the solutions to our problems, the answers to our moment-to-moment decisions and our big life choices have always been within our reach. We just haven't been listening to our conscience. We've been unable to hear it because of the competing, confusing cacophony of noise in our heads, a squeaky hamster wheel of thoughts that we can't get off of. Others of us feel as if we never had a conscience and that it's something we develop only once we become abstinent and start to work a program. We come to the opinion that our disease speaks to us in our own voice, no less, and is the sole influence for our bad decision making. Conversely, our conscience, as an expression of our higher power, is the source of positive influence. Whatever our opinions are about the origin story of our conscience, we can probably all agree that we can do a lot to cultivate our sensitivity to the voice of our higher self. We get clean and become humble enough to ask for help. We listen to each other's experiences of recovery. The work we do on ourselves through the steps and for others through service awakens us enough to experience our conscience. Many of us would say our conscience has become clearer, more distinct, and more dependable as we've grown in recovery. It becomes easier to access because we're able to turn down the static brought on by its evil twin, our disease. We learn to quiet our minds, and through prayer and meditation, we gain a lot of practice in not just being able to hear it, but in listening to what it has to say. My conscience is my inner guide, wrote a member. It's a driving force that gives me what I need to make an honest decision. I still can't control outcomes just because I'm choosing wisely, but I come to my decisions with integrity. I will practice staying conscious of my conscience. It's there for me when I listen, helping me to stay connected to living this new way of life. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the wee version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. I've heard it said, let your conscience be your guide. Well, if you have a broke down conscience, or you have a conscience that you're not able to tap into because of all of the other things that are going on in your life, or you've not learned to rely on your conscience, you always second guess it, that inner voice inside of you that says, do this or do that, or don't go here or don't do that. Or if you're a pessimistic type of person and you have tons of automatic negative thoughts, it would stand to reason that your conscience will always be telling you something negative about a person, a situation, and there will be very little that you will actually move forward and do based on listening to a negative conscience. It will prevent you from moving in faith and taking a chance that this could actually be the right job for me. But no, because we are so prone to negativity coming from within us, and we're calling that conscience in this situation, and people will say it's your disease. But that negative thinking, we know one thing, is not positive. And everything can't always go bad. And so if you feel like your voice from within is geared more towards negative, it needs to be retrained. And the only way to retrain it is to start communicating the positive messages in the form of prayer and meditation, quieting yourself down and saying, I can do this. This is a good opportunity. I'm going to move forward on this opportunity. I'm going to bring integrity and wisdom to this decision. And I'm going to show up every day with the best version of me to accomplish this new task. I can do it and I will do it. Those simple words are words that you can write down on a index card or a piece of paper or at the back of your basic text, and just write positive reflection. And so when you go into that negativity of those negative thoughts, those thoughts that come to you that tell you that you can't do it, this broke down conscience that needs to be built back up in a positive manner, where you can actually trust listening to your inner voice again. Again, I'm just saying everything can't always fail. So if you have a voice within you that is saying all the time that you can't do it, that voice needs to be retrained. And you can do it. I believe in you. So I want for your conscience to be your guide if you know that it is trustworthy. But if it's giving you faulty guidance, it needs to be retrained. And I don't want for you to back away from retraining it, because you can do it. You learn how to ride a bike. You learned when you were little you became potty trained. You definitely can retrain this. So don't give up faith. Don't lose hope. Okay? I'm going to need you to do that for me. Stay positive today. Write down your positive affirmations, 5 or 6 sentences that you can repeat to yourself. Or you can go to MightyStream's 101 affirmations and listen to that. Have it saved on a playlist where you can play it. And you don't have to listen to all 101, but you need to listen to it enough so that as you go into your next situation, you have the right energy as you go into it positively. I've enjoyed talking to you today. I hope that you will have a beautiful day on purpose. I intend to. Talk to you soon.